Welcome back, everybody. It's Betting the W. I am Max Clifford, and I'm here, as always, with my boy, Damon Borgia. Today is June, the very first episode of Pride Month. Happy Pride to everybody out there. We have a fantastic show. It is loaded with stuff, and we are going to get right into it. But first, an apology. No, I'm just kidding. We are going to get into tailing and fading, so we're going to bring Kate on right now.
Actually, first, can I apologize twice?
I would actually like to make 3 apologies. Could we go
all in one tweet?
Could we go in order? You know what? Just check the Twitter after. Well, we have plenty of apologies to make. Kate, get in here, girl. All right, everybody. Welcome back, Kate.
Hello.
Kate, it's so great to have you here.
Thank
you for being here. As always, it's Kate Feest. Love to have her on. This is Tailing and Fading. If you haven't been watching the last couple weeks, Tailing and Fading is how we are breaking down the news of women's sports lately. We've got some things that we are tailing that we like, and some things that we're fading that we are not riding with this week. Guys, I have a lot. I have a long list of things to talk about this week. Do you want me to lead off? Would you all like to lead off?
Yeah.
Let's lead off. I got a lot of things to get to. So, as I mentioned, this is the first episode of June. Last weekend was Memorial Day weekend. I am big time tailing Memorial Day weekend, and not for any of the classic reasons either. It was lovely weather. It was a great weekend. Did get outside a little bit, but Memorial Day weekend is a little bit. On Monday, I did. Memorial Day weekend is sneaky one of the best sports weekends of the year. I totally forgot about it. How much good stuff goes on Memorial Day weekend. When you think of the best sports weekends, you're like, first weekend of March Madness, Super Bowl weekend, first weekend of bowl season, whatever it is. Memorial Day weekend rules, especially for a college sports fan such as myself. So we had games going on all weekend long. There's obviously NBA finals, or not finals, conference finals, hockey conference finals, WNBA games. Can't lie, did not see much of that at all because there was so much great men's and women's lax and softball going on. Just on Sunday, we had the Women's Lax Championship at noon, Salt Lake City Super Regional Final, and the Tuscaloosa Super Final, all right in a row, all on ESPN proper, national television, a murderer's row of television. It was fantastic. I was watching TV all weekend long. It was gorgeous out. I didn't care at all. I did not go outside. I went to the beach on Monday, but the first 3 days of the weekend, I barely went outside, barely went to the gym. I was just watching softball and lax all weekend long. It was fantastic.
Respect.
On the flip side, every coin has 2 sides, though. And as a subset of last weekend, I'm fading myself because I had my heart broken several times over last weekend. Just over and over and over again. So on Saturday, Clemson was eliminated. Clemson softball was eliminated. And I expected that to happen. They were in the Norman Super Regional. They were playing Oklahoma. I expected them to get 2 games swept, of course. But the way in which they got swept was so damaging, and I do not know that I will recover from it because they went down early. I was like, all right, Oklahoma doing Oklahoma things. Clemson took the lead. Big home runs from, I'm not remembering their names, big home runs. They took a 3-run lead late in the game, like the 5th inning. So I'm sitting there, I'm like, all right, I know this is Oklahoma, but they have the lead. They have Val Cagle, the best pitcher in the country, in my opinion, on the in the circle right now. They could hold on to this lead, win a game, and then it's a winner-take-all on Sunday.
There you go.
They get to a Game 3 in this series. That's a huge win. They could end this winning streak. They could dethrone Oklahoma. All these amazing, spectacular things were happening in my mind. And then in I believe it was the 6th inning, not the 7th, late in the game, it was the 7th. It was the very last inning of the game. Val Cagle had back-to-back Oklahoma hitters down to their 2nd strike with 2 outs. First one, singles to get on. Next one, with 2 batters on, Kinsey Hansen destroys a home run over the left field wall. I've never seen such a no-doubter home run, and Norman just went absolutely ape. If I didn't have a rooting interest, I would have loved that come-from-behind 3-run homer, but because it was the juggernaut of Oklahoma taking down my beloved Clemson Tigers, I about lost I about lost it. And it was a tie game, too. And I was like, this is a loss. This is very much over. And Oklahoma did go on to win in extras. Tierra Jennings hit another home run in extras. And if they had just gotten blown out like I expected them to, I wouldn't have cared. It wouldn't have been heartbreaking. It would have just been disappointing. But they had to get my hopes up, let me down, drop me off the 10th floor to get crushed on the ground. That was my Saturday. That's what happened. And then I wake up the next day, Sunday, and we've got the Women's Lacrosse Championship. All right, BC, bring me back in, yo. This is the miracle run I've been needing. I love this BC Lax team. And, I mean, Northwestern, just the best team in the country. Yeah. No question about it. No doubt. There was no chance that BC was going to win that game. The announcers were trying to keep it in, like, make it sound close. Like, oh, they only need 7 goals here. It was never close. It was never close.
Just a touchdown, guys.
It's a touchdown game against Northwestern. And, my goodness, Izzy Skane and the Northwestern Wildcats, just the best team in the country. One of the best teams ever in the sport.
Yeah.
So then that finishes up. Well, all right, here we go. Salt Lake City Super Regional. I picked San Diego State to win this thing. They got game 1 right after we finished recording. They won game 1. I'm like, all right, up 1-0. They just need to win another game. They lost the next 2 games and lost the regional. And I lost my pick. Once again, I can't catch a break on my picks. That was my weekend. Just such tough losses back to back to back. But I had a great time watching sports. I really did. It was really tough to see all my favorite teams losing, but to eventual champions, I'm sure. So there is that solace, and women's sports still rule. Still awesome to see them on TV.
Yes, sir. Yes,
that was my Memorial Day weekend. I'll take a breath. Let's come back to me. Let's hear somebody else talk for a little bit, because that was a really emotional tailing and fading for me. Come back to me.
Let me recover.
Are you all right?
I need a breath.
The bomb in the other room.
I will strap a bomb to my neck. No doubt about it. At the slightest inconvenience. Okay, what you got?
What's funny is I fade you every game.
Honestly, it's not a bad strategy.
No, it's done me well.
I'll give you another one from my list. I'm tailing equality because it's not just about being able to see the games on TV or the athletes getting paid. It's about degenerate gamblers being able to lose money on women's sports. And DraftKings is really taking a big step forward in providing lines for college softball games. Damn near shed a tear the other day. I was at work on DraftKings and I looked at the odds and I was, my goodness. They're giving me lines for college softball games? Yes! And of course, I had a bonus bet. Threw some money on Oklahoma State to win last night. I was like, ooh, okay, there's a little juice there. They're plus money. They're in Oklahoma City. Maybe they'll pick it up. And just like they always do, Oklahoma State blew it. There was a long rain delay. They probably could have made a comeback if there wasn't a 2-hour rain delay. And lost my first ever softball bet. So that's how it's going for me.
Tough week.
Really tough
week.
Real tough week. Kate, what you got?
Way less exciting stuff than you. I don't remember my Memorial Day weekend. I was touching grass a little bit more than you were, but
grass is overrated. Fading grass.
Anyways, I'm tailing Aaliyah Boston's professional career start in the WNBA.
Hot take.
Listen.
Do you think she might win Rookie of the Year?
Kate always comes out with hot takes.
Thank you. Thanks, guys. I'm not very creative. She is the first player in WNBA history to score at least 10 points while shooting at least 60.
Ooh, okay.
She's done that all 4 of her games in a row in regular season.
She has.
She's making history.
She has lived up to the hype.
A lot of the WNBA players make history as time goes on, as the league continues and progresses.
History does happen.
History does happen, but she's kind of. I feel like she's gonna break her own record somehow, and in her career. I don't know. Different record. I would like it to fade both of you. Will that be me? Yeah.
All right, that's good.
I like to see it. I think she had a slow senior season in South Carolina, so I'm glad to see she's proven herself as her number 1 pick still.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Aaliyah Boston, hyper efficient, very dominant. Not much to say. We all know she's
Yeah.
very
Yeah.
good.
I mean, it's
knew it was
nothing
coming.
new. It's not like it's a.
We knew it was coming, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm just glad to see it.
Oklahoma Sox.
Let me tell you.
Whoa,
What
whoa!
Oh my.
She's going crazy back
He's
here.
gonna pound the table with the microphone.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
To the audio.
I am fading
Uh-huh.
the sponsorships on WNBA jerseys.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
want a jersey.
Yeah.
So bad. The Lynx just dropped their Rebel jersey. They
Mhm.
did a little reveal. Super cool video. I was like, they were showing the sleeves, they were showing the back, the numbers, there's like detailing on it. Then they go to the front, she's standing all powerful like, and then all I can see is Mayo Clinic across the entire bottom.
Uh-huh.
And I'm just like, what? Like, and I was like, there's no way the MMBA does that. So I went, because I was like, I have jerseys from the NBA. And I looked, and it's just the little patches on
Yeah.
the sleeves that are way less, respectfully, ugly.
Yes.
But, and then they like showed the back of the Lynx jersey, and it's AT&T right under the
Yeah.
player number.
Yeah.
And it's distracting, personally, like, on a personal note, I would not buy a jersey because of it, so it's
Mhm.
probably gonna hurt their sales. And I don't know why they do that, and I think they should not.
I think it sucks. That's what I've always, like, wondered about, like, soccer fans.
Yeah.
Like, buy those jerseys that are literally, like, an ad with a number on it.
Yes.
And it's just, I hate wearing ads.
Yeah.
I hate being, sponsoring some company that I don't care about.
I don't even have AT&T.
No, you have to, like, just randomly wear the logo of a company that you don't care
Yeah.
at all about. And it's definitely a deterrent from, like, wearing a jersey. Like,
100%.
NBA jerseys, like, objectively look better because they don't have the big-ass
Yeah,
logo.
and if they're gonna have like specialty jerseys that they want to sell that are for like it's for the Change Can't Wait
Yeah.
foundation. It's like don't
Don't
have
TNT on
the
that.
word Mayo
Mayo.
on the front of a jersey. It's a great company.
If they were sponsored
it's a great
by
company.
Le Condiment?
Yeah, there you
Yeah.
go.
Oh, that's a company that I can get
I
behind.
would so wear shirts.
Oh yeah, Duke's Mayo? Hell
Yeah.
yeah, big time.
But
But yeah, the Mayo Clinic, that's not, you want to rep the team, you don't want to rep
I'm
the...
trying to rep Bridget Carlton, not the Mayo.
Facts, facts.
I need me a jersey, a Bridget Carlton
Give me
jersey.
that BC jersey.
ASAP.
Although, I think if the Dream were sponsored by like Coca-Cola,
Yeah.
that would actually
that'd
be
be
like,
sick.
if it was a cool company that I liked,
Yeah.
then I would wear
If
it.
there was like, if it like meant something.
Yeah,
I
true.
mean, maybe the Mayo Clinic is huge and
I think it is big in
Minnesota.
Minnesota.
Yeah.
It's like the biggest
But
hospital
they
in
shouldn't
Minnesota.
be like appealing to their local fans. Like
That's
no
true.
one
That's
knows.
true.
Like we don't know what
Yeah, the Mayo Clinic means
because
nothing to us.
we're fans in New England.
Yeah, that's true.
So they need it, and I
Fair
mean
enough.
they must have paid like a huge chunk of money for
Yeah.
a jersey. It's like someone else could do that easily. Big
Yeah.
name.
My thing is, like, I think, like, the NBA players or teams do have patches on the jerseys, but I think if you buy a jersey, I don't think it has the patch on it. So, like, sure, the players make them wear the logo, but if you want to sell, like, replica jerseys,
Yeah,
why do
facts.
they have to have that ad on it?
That's
It's
a
not
good
on-
point. That's a
it's
very good
It's not on
point.
TV or anything.
Speaking about jerseys, have you seen the Mystics Rebel jerseys?
Oh, yes.
Those
The
things
black
are-
and the gold,
Yeah.
those are
I
nice.
love them.
Those are fantastic.
Oh.
Another one I wish I could buy.
Yep.
What
What's
are
their
they
sponsor?
what are they
Yeah, pull up
sponsored
their
by?
sponsor. Oh man, I need that like Shakira Austin.
AT&T
AT&T.
on the back.
Big in the-
AT&T
on the back.
put a
Only
lot
on the
of
back.
money in the WNBA.
Big in the women's
Only on the
hoops.
back.
That's not
Washington
yeah,
on the
'cause-
front,
that's tough.
kind of sexy.
They have a nice little heart. Like no sponsor on the front.
Yeah, I like that. That's a nice jersey.
Yeah.
Yeah, if the logo's gonna be on
Those are
there,
the ones.
throw it on the back.
Yeah.
All right,
Alright, good tailing and fading, Kate.
Thanks.
Thank you for bringing
I was
that.
very passionate
Thank
about
you for bringing that
that.
to our attention.
Max, you want to come back, or you want me to take over?
You take over. I'll
Alright.
come around at the end.
Here we go. I'm tailing cardio. Not something I would ever normally do.
I don't.
Hell no.
Teams are playing faster than ever before.
Yes.
So, the pace stat, which measures possessions per 40 minutes,
Mm-hmm.
higher average than ever in NBA history. So that means more possessions, more shots getting up, a lot of running.
Mm-hmm.
These players gotta be running. So the aces and the wings are on pace to have the fastest pace ever. Both of them.
That doesn't surprise me.
Yep. And then 4 of the top 10 ever are this season.
Really?
Yep.
Wow.
6 of the top 15. this season.
These teams are cooking.
History.
Teams
are running
Teams are
around.
running up and down the court like crazy.
Big time.
All right.
They got fresh legs.
I think it works for the Aces because like Asia Wilson plays like 22 minutes per game.
Yeah.
Like
Well,
the Aces go up by a ton and then they just pull everybody. So it's
Yeah.
fine that they run around a lot because they're
It doesn't matter.
they're not getting tired.
Yeah.
What are you fading?
Fading the schedule makers.
Mm.
Whatever person
my
or computer it is.
Schedules are whack.
These things are ugly. So we were complaining about it last week, so I said, I gotta look into this.
Mm.
Next time we talk to you guys, the Sun will have played 9 games. The Storm will have played 5.
Oh my god.
How does it work?
Right now, the Storm have played 3 games. The Sun have played 6.
The Sun, I feel like every time I look at the
Yeah.
scores, are always.
They're
Yeah.
always playing.
And they're running a gauntlet. They've played the Aces. They're gonna by next Friday they'll play the Aces twice and the Mystics twice, and they've also played the Fever twice. Like you guys
Yeah.
could have got a little creative maybe.
Right.
There's 12 teams in this league. They could have played I don't know maybe the other 11.
I think they do it because like the Commissioner's Cup.
Yeah.
Like when you play a team for the first time, that's a Commissioner's Cup game. So like spread out, like the first time teams meet up. But then it just makes for like playing the same team.
Yeah.
Like
Is
the
that what
same.
that was? The Commissioner
The
Cup?
Commissioner Cup.
Yeah.
It's a Commissioner's Cup game if it's the first time you play a team during the season.
Okay, yeah, because I was going to ask that. I was like, well, do they have more Commissioner Cup games? But no.
No, they want to spread them out more, so they make them play
Yeah.
3 different teams in the span of 6 games. Like,
But then they do and then they got the weird like back to backs.
mhm.
Well, not really back to backs. Like home run series.
Yeah,
Mhm.
like
Because of the Commissioner
New York and
Cup, yeah.
Chicago play each other in each other's city
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
week,
With a
like
day
this
in between,
weekend.
like-
Yeah,
It's weird, but
they probably. I mean, they fly. They fly just like public flights too, so they're probably on the same plane,
Yeah.
just like
Yeah.
flying together.
And then sometimes there's just no days in between. So like the Sparks play a home road back to back.
Yeah, I saw that.
That's crazy.
That's wild.
Are you nuts? The Mystics also got a back to back today and tomorrow, and then they don't play until Friday next week.
Why? What is the point of that? Who made this schedule?
You guys could have spread it out a little. The Aces next week play 4 games,
4 games in 7 days.
and the Dream play 1.
What are we doing?
Whoever made the
Yeah.
schedule, if it's a computer or a person, they did a bang up job.
Yeah, guys. We need to readjust these scheduling, whatever you're doing to schedule the
We
games.
also have 4 games today. 6, 7, 8, and 10 p.m.
Yeah, that's like terrible for your
No,
viewership. To put
that's-
a game that's
that's
6, 7, and
awful.
8, like no people are gonna watch one game and then that's it.
I wonder
Yeah,
how
I can see
many
the
are
national
going to
games.
be making like actual national television. No,
Yes. Alright, Max.
I'm
Alright,
fading
you got
you
some
both
more.
again.
Strong tailing and fading, David. I'm ready to come back in.
Are you okay? You okay?
I'm feeling good. All right, I'm tailing top dogs being on top. So I griped a little bit about the best teams taking over on my teams, but some dominant runs are pretty fun to watch, I must admit. And this week, USA Softball announced their Player of the Year, and the T. Wharton announced Player of the Year for men's and women's lax. And I gotta say, these had to be 2 of the easiest decisions any committee's ever had to make. No surprise, Val Cagle, our girl, was the USA Softball Player of the Year. So sick. I was worried they were gonna ding her because of her team's performance. I mean, I just was complaining about how bad Clemson was in the World Series, but she had an amazing run, like an incredible run. Did everything for Clemson, top 5 hitter and a top 5 pitcher.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're just not going to see that anywhere else in the country. And then the T. Wharton obviously went to Izzy Scane. No question about that one either. 99 goals this year. If you had asked me before the season, I know that like, and the thing is like, they took their foot off the gas against BC because they were winning by so much, and I think they did that in a lot of games. So she I don't know what the single season record is. I should have looked it up, but I think she easily could have hit the single season record this year. But she settled for 99, which is a program record. And if you had asked me before the season if it was even possible to get 99 goals in a season, I would have said no. Like that is such a high number, and I've never seen any other player go for 99. So
that's ridiculous.
That's a crazy number. It was easy T. Wharton award. And here's the thing. They might both go back to back because they both... Val Cagle's a junior and Izzy Scane is a redshirt junior, so she has another year.
Wow.
She missed a year for an ACL. they could easily come back and be players of the year once again. And maybe Clemson will be even stronger next year, would be ideal. But like I said, very cool to see these two players finish off dominant runs with like runaway cases for player of the year. This week, I'm also fading Dawn Staley. This is
oh my God.
And I know Dawn is usually an auto tail.
There you go.
I'm fading this week, usually an auto tail. Great, one of the greatest coaches ever. Seems like a super cool person. Never met her, but she seems very cool. And I would almost always ride with Dawn, but some of her comments from the SEC spring meetings came out, and I want to get these quotes right. I have them saved because here's the thing. I'm sure they are out of context, and I'm sure that there was a good reason to bring these things up, and she does have a point. But when you say, she was talking about recovery time from the Elite Eight to the Final Four.
Yeah.
Virginia Tech and South Carolina played the day after Iowa and LSU clinched the Final Four. So they had one fewer day to prepare. It was like a Friday to Monday or something. It was some sort of turnover like that. They had one shorter day of rest. And Dawn Staley said, we were the number 1 overall seed. If there were going to be some advantages and benefits, it should have come to us. Mm-hmm. She has a point. That's technically not an unreasonable statement. When you say it like that, it really sounds like you're making excuses for choking as one of the best teams of all time in the Final Four.
Yeah.
It also, and like I said, I'm sure there was context. They were at spring meetings, so I'm sure someone was like, what changes would you like to see? And she was like, more rest in the tournament. Yeah. But the quotes, we news comes through social media. Everything gets thrown on a quote board. This was the quote that came out, and it does sound like loser talk. And, I think anyone who watched the game, Iowa just had a good matchup with South Carolina. Yeah. Iowa, I think any day of the week, Iowa would beat South Carolina. So it feels like a team that was undefeated coming into the game, making an excuse for losing in the Final Four. And I think if it had been right after, or if this had been some rant on social media, we would have been okay, that's making excuses.
Yeah.
Right.
This was probably not that, but in the context, it's just
yeah,
a coach making excuses for a loss.
I mean, to advocate for her, though, South Carolina's style is grind you down. Mm-hmm. So if their legs are tired, they're not going to be able to do that, especially against a team like Iowa that just ran.
Yeah.
So, that being said, if you're the 1 seed and you're going to brag about being the 1 seed, just play like the 1 seed maybe.
Right, exactly. If you're as good as advertised, you would have been able to beat Iowa kind of any day of the week, which is that's kind of a broad assumption, and you do want to protect the players, give them more rest. So there was good intentions here, but definitely saying we should have more advantages because we were the best team in the country. It's best team in the country shouldn't need advantages to win. And I think it's a thing that if Kim Mulkey had said it, we'd have been oh, crazy Kim Mulkey at it again. And obviously there are huge double standards societal that we don't have time to get into. But I think we've just come to have high expectations from Dawn in terms of professionalism and stuff. And I think that was probably a very professional quote trying to protect her players, and it's taken out of context. So fading, but in a way, also strongly agreeing with her point that she was trying to make there.
Yes. Love you, Dawn, Philly legend.
Philly legend, Dawn, big respect. So we will transition. Great tailing and fading, guys. Excellent segment. Love doing this. We are going to transition into our WNBA weekend preview.
Yeah.
All right, Damon, let's get into this WNBA weekend lineup. Big weekend.
Always big weekends, never big weeks.
No, the weeks are kind of sleepy.
Schedulers are doing.
They love to have the big games on the weekend. Everybody's working for the weekend. So, a lot of big matchups this weekend.
Let's go.
What is the matchup that you are keeping your eye on?
I have my eye on 2 matchups, actually. Mm-hmm. It's kind of the same matchup.
It is technically the same.
Aces playing the Suns. One at home, one at away. The Aces have not played a good team yet.
No,
we know they're probably the best team.
Yeah.
But their net rating is like 30 right now.
Yeah.
The next closest is Liberty with 8. It's because they played really bad teams.
Yeah, big time.
So the Aces, the next game is the Fever. They're okay.
Mm-hmm.
They're not the worst team in the league. They got the Dream and then the Fever, my bad. Both teams, okay. Whatever. But then the Sun, twice. Not back-to-back, but technically back-to-back.
Yeah.
I think that's their first real test. And I'll be locked in on those matchups.
That's going to be big because the Sun are a really good defensive
Yeah.
team. And the Aces just go. They're fun and gun it. So it's like, the Sun need to slow the Aces down if they have any shot in this matchup. But yeah, you're right. Like the Aces have looked unstoppable, but they haven't played anybody who has been able to stop them.
When you look at it, Storm haven't got a win yet, I don't think.
Yeah.
Sparks, they have a win, but...
One win.
And the Lynx, who... Caitlin Clark, welcome to Minnesota.
You are Minnesota Lynx. Get to stay in the Midwest. Those are going to be big matchups. Kind of a crazy travel to go back-to-back from Connecticut to Las Vegas. Just wild scheduling once again. I'm pumped for that matchup.
Yeah.
I'm also pumped for the Sun versus a strong offensive team.
Yeah.
The Sun's defense is really going to get tested.
Yeah.
So they play the Wings this weekend. Two very good teams, similar to Sun Aces, but two very different styles. The Wings are just a fantastic offensive team. So fun to watch, score so many points.
Oh.
The Sun grind you down. They have a bunch of different threats, and they play fantastic defense. My expectation is that the Wings will be too tall for the Sun. I was watching Sun Lynx last night, and the Sun just grabbed every board.
Yeah.
Like Alyssa Thomas, DeWanna Bonner, and Brianna Jones were just grabbing every rebound. But they were tall compared to the Lynx lineup.
Yeah.
They're not that tall compared to Natasha Howard and Satu Sabali, who I brought up the Arike and Satu Sabali being the Shaq and Kobe of the Wings. They actually have a big three.
Yeah.
I did not give enough credit to Natasha Howard at the time because she actually grabs more boards than Satu Sabali, and she had the two of them both had 20 points the other night.
Oh my
25
God.
points. Like if you have 3 25-point scorers, you don't even need anybody else. Like they could play 3 on 5. They can play 3 on 5 with a lot of teams and still outscore everybody. So the Wings Sun is going to be a fantastic matchup.
Yeah, and we know the front courts of both these teams are great.
Yes.
I would be really interested who on the Sun can hang with Arike.
Right. Do they have enough to keep up with her? Because she's just an unreal scorer. It's crazy what they're doing down in Dallas. I love watching that. So, speaking of some individual matchups, who are you looking at as a performer to watch this week?
Yeah, so building on the Aces, I don't know how we've gone this long without talking about Jackie Young. She's got 23, 4, and 3 on hyper efficient scoring. Like, ridiculously efficient.
She's so slept on. There are a lot of players on that Aces roster who we just forget. Like Chelsea Gray, too. Doesn't get talked about nearly enough.
No, for real. And that's what's so beautiful about the Aces is they got Kelsey, they got Asia, they got Chelsea Gray, they got Jackie Young. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't. It really
any
doesn't.
of them could go for 20 a night. And so far, Jackie Young, she already won Most Improved Player.
Mm-hmm.
She's looking like the Most Improved Player again.
Winning Most Improved in back-to-back years would be nuts.
Ridiculous.
Would be crazy.
I mean, the voters probably wouldn't do that.
No.
If she could stay like this, but she looks it.
She's incredible, and just like we said, a totally slightly forgotten about member of the Aces, but when when you got Asia Wilson, Candace Parker, and Kelsey Plum all on the sideline, out of the game, still have to deal with
Candace.
Right, exactly. CP, and you still have to deal with Chelsea Gray. You still have to deal with Jackie Young. The Aces are so deep, and that's part of what makes them so good.
So maybe they will just hang 30 on the Sun.
They just
twice.
might. They might. I wouldn't be surprised to see it, honestly.
Yeah. Someone else I got my eye on is Carly Samuelson. Another player we should have talked about way earlier.
Absolutely.
Of the players that get actual run, not 5 minutes a game or whatever, showing up in garbage time, she leads the league in true shooting. And it feels like there's a movement shooting revolution in LA, which is funny because they couldn't shoot last year.
Yeah.
And now they got Carly and they got Lexi Brown, and they're coming up against a Storm this week. The Storm cannot defend the perimeter. I'm taking any Carly overs any sportsbook gives me.
Yeah.
Made threes, points, give them to me.
I think I like that a lot. Carly Samuelson and Cagle Samuelson are like two absolute dogs.
Yeah.
And I really like Carly Samuelson's game. I think that this is funny, like just this segment is funny because it's very much like the advanced analytics versus dog watcher. Because you always bring the stats. I don't have any stats. I just like to see big matchups.
Yeah.
I like storylines. Like I'm a writer. I like emotions, and
I'm looking out the bus window, very sad.
Yes, very sad.
You're very
You're
happy.
so worried about Carly Samuelson's true shooting percentage. I didn't even know that was a thing. I'm just pumped because Asia Wilson's going to play against Aaliyah Boston.
Okay.
And it's not even going to be a close game. It's going to be an absolute blowout. It's going to be unreal. But being the writer that I am, I just know that WNBA media, South Carolina media are already excited for this matchup. It's going to be cool to see.
Yeah.
Two like South Carolina legends going at it. And like as dominant as Aaliyah has been, and like we've been talking about, like Asia Wilson's the true like test for can you hang as a center, and I think Asia is not going to go easy. She never holds up. It's going to be a cool matchup to see, but this is going to be a welcome to the WNBA moment for Aaliyah Boston.
Moment, I think
she has not met a center like Asia Wilson yet, and Asia's looking like she might be MVP again.
Yeah,
it's a crazy run that she's having right now.
Yeah. I'm tailing Dawn Staley on the sidelines.
Oh, big time!
How many times does she gap them both up?
Big time. She's gonna be clapping like a maniac. She's gonna be so pumped. She's trying to walk on the court like she does at South Carolina games.
Call her Kim Mulkey.
Facts. It's gonna be nuts. Pumped for that matchup.
Yeah.
Just for the emotion. I don't know what their advanced shooting numbers look like, but I'm pumped to see those two
that should
match
be
up.
a really fun one.
It's gonna be exciting.
I hope the Fever can kind of hang.
It would be nice.
I hope.
It would be nice to see.
Because we're both kind of all over this Fever team.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna win a lot of games.
No.
But I think they are gonna be fun to watch.
Yeah.
So let's build a parlay.
Let's do it.
We lost again last week, and I think we lost every leg. I think we got every leg.
Cold as cold can be.
We are very cold. We're down 13 1/3 units, but that can easily be made up with one big win. That's the beauty of a parlay. You just got to keep throwing legs together. So we have got four games tonight with some numbers attached to them.
There we go.
Let me pitch you our first leg, what I like.
Okay, let's hear it.
We are both fans of the Chicago Sky.
Yes.
You're a huge Chicago Sky guy.
Yes.
I do not think that they're going to win this game.
I do not think so either.
But they are 10-point underdogs. Do you think that the Sky can keep it within 10 against the Liberty?
I think they could.
I like this number. Like a double-digit win. Like the Sky they're better than that, I think.
I hope.
I think so. Do you like it?
I don't know
as much as I like it?
I don't know if I like it as much as you like it. It's not really jumping off the board to me, but I do like it a little.
What are you seeing? What are you interested in?
What I'm seeing is this Mystics Wings game.
Mm-hmm.
I think the Mystics will win, of course.
Yes.
Wings plus 7.5.
I'm intrigued by that as well.
I think they can definitely hang with the Mystics.
I like that too. I like plus 7.5. Mystics playing close games, and the Wings are just a fantastic offensive team.
Yes.
So let's lock that in. Plus 7.5 for Dallas. Let's see what other games we have here. So obviously the Aces' dream is going to be an offensive centric game, but that number 172.5 is so high.
It's really high, but we
keep getting bit on.
Yeah, we keep doing that. I'm kind of looking at the minus 11.5 for the Aces.
Honestly,
I don't know if we want to go spread twice, but
I'm comfortable with that because I could see the Aces just
this could be a 20-point game.
Blowing them out of the water.
Yeah.
Let's hammer that too. Let's go Aces minus 11.5.
There we go.
Okay.
Yes.
In the opening week the opening day of the season, we had Sparks and Mercury.
Yes.
We went under and went well over, if I'm recalling correctly.
Yeah, easily over.
Same teams, same time, different city. We got a similar number at 163. What if we just right our wrong and hammer it over?
I think we have
hammer over 163.
Yeah.
So 3-leg parlay, nothing crazy, no long shots. Parlay them together, it's plus 595. I believe that's what last week's was too. So we make up for last week's loss with a win here
Back
today.
on the board.
Wings plus 7.5. Aces minus 11.5. Sparks, Mercury, over 163. I like those picks.
I like those.
They
a
feel
lot.
nice and safe. I feel comfortable with those.
Yes.
Nothing crazy or out of this world.
Let's get on a streak here.
Let's get on the plus side with this. Let's get a win on the board with the BTW
That's what
Friday
we need.
parlay. We need to see one go through
I think we've got like one leg right.
as it were. Yeah, and we've had like 6 legs. I think we've hit on one. But we should say we wanted to put Enrique points over in the parlay last weekend. So we said to bet it alone. I hope if you took any betting advice from last week's episode, you took that because she crushed the over.
Yeah, that's the one prop I always look at.
It's
Enrique points.
What is she at tonight?
Last game, DraftKings didn't even put up any Wings player props because they've been losing so much money on Enrique overs.
I mean, they don't even know what to expect from this
We had her at over 18.5 2 games ago. She cleared that easy. And now they put her at over 24.5.
I mean, it's still interesting.
They're trying to course correct.
I kind of like that still. What about, and maybe we just do a special player prop every week now because it worked so well last week. What do you think about Shakira Austin at 13.5 points?
I like it.
I kind of like that over. That's a low number, and she's been a good second option for the Mystics.
I like it.
Can't be all the EDD, especially if we're picking the Mystics to win. Like Shakira Austin needs 14 at least.
I saw one. I know we're on DraftKings. I saw one on FanDuel. It was Kalia Copper, 14.5.
Oof.
I love that.
Yeah,
I was
hammer
throw
that
out.
Hammer that.
So Shakira Austin, Kalia Copper. We'll throw those out there.
Throw those in there. For the DK users, Shakira Austin 13.5. For the FanDuel users, Kalia Copper 14.5. That's our special player prop. Maybe we just keep hitting those, and you got to be wary of the BTW Friday parlay. So we are going to bring Kate back in for Feest or Famine. All right, Kate.
Hi.
Welcome.
Thanks.
Welcome back. So this is another new segment that we've been doing for the last couple weeks. Feest or Famine with Kate Feest. I'm going to give Kate 3 player props. These are via FanDuel this week. And you tell me if they're going over or if they're going under. These are all games from tonight. So tonight we have the Liberty and we have the Sky. They've got Brianna Stewart's line for points set at 23.5.
Over. Feast.
Feast.
Easy.
You like Brianna Stewart to get
Brianna,
a lot of points.
Absolutely. She's
I think
a scorer.
She is absolutely a scorer.
Yeah.
And this is a high line. I think they're trying to scare people away with a high number, but she's gonna.
It's not even that high for her.
For her, it's not that high.
Yeah.
It's not. Exactly. I like that pick. I agree with that. How about Diana Taurasi, your queen from last week?
The Lord.
The Lord. Diana Taurasi, over under 5.5 assists versus the Sparks.
Over.
Feasting.
We're feasting this week.
Feasting. I like Diana Taurasi's ability to distribute.
Yeah. She doesn't want to do
as her career goes on. She doesn't want to, move around too much. She's passing a lot.
Yeah.
I like
someone else.
I like that line too.
5.5 is not.
5.5 should be easy for her.
Yeah.
I think that'll be nice and easy. How about Satu Sabali, over under 7.5 boards versus the Mystics?
Boards. I like the way you said that.
Jesus Christ. I mean, Dennis Rossi.
Guys, I think we might go 3 for 3 feasting.
3 feasts?
They
Three
eat in
feasts.
tonight.
Everybody's eating on Kate's watch.
I like that.
I like it
I
too.
like 8 boards for her.
Come on, boards.
Easy money.
8 boards. Easy.
Double or get out of here.
Back.
What we say to BG?
That's the expectations now. All right.
All right, I like that.
Brianna Stewart.
That's a good one.
This was a nice, easy one. 3
This is a good
feasts. Brianna Stewart over 23.5 points versus this guy. Diana Taurasi over 5.5 assists versus the Sparks. And Satu Sabali over 7.5 rebounds versus the Mystics.
There we go.
That's our
Cool.
Feast or Famine player props. All right.
Let's get the dice in here.
Let's get the dice out.
Die.
Let's do some dice.
The dice.
All right. So, this is another new segment that we have been doing. Roll the dice. So we have got 3 dice here. We are going to roll 3, then 2, then 1. We will have 3 different numbers. And those 3 numbers will make up a player's stat line. We will assign that stat line to a player, and whoever's player prediction comes the closest is the winner for the week.
Yes.
Last week's winner was Kate Feest.
Let's
Wow.
go, guys.
She almost nailed that
She really
line.
did.
She was 1 point, 2 boards, 1 assist off. She had Brianna Jones going for 11, 6, and 3. Those are the numbers. It was actually 12, 8, and 2. So that was a very, very good
I
run.
felt really good about that pick off the bat, and I'm just very glad to see it come to fruition.
And-
But like,
The game is all about intuition. Whose line does that sound like? I will say,
you guys came close again.
Yeah.
we were in the neighborhood. We were.
Neighbors.
I put in like the same effort that won me last week,
Mm-hmm.
and I came in last this week.
That's a tough scene. That's a really
Hate
tough
to
scene.
see it.
John Cole Jones with only 4 points was definitely surprising.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's had a bit of a slow start this season. But
There we
we're
go.
gonna nail our picks this week. Damon, start us off. 3 dice.
I like
3
that.
dice.
Oh.
Oh, 14.
Big number. 14.
Okay.
All right, Kate.
Okay, let's
Hit us
do
with the 2 die.
4.
4. 14, 4, and 2. 14, 4, and 2. All right, so
I got one.
you got yours
I got
already.
mine.
All
Hey,
right,
it's a lot. Ready?
ready.
I'm going Carly Samuelson. We're just talking about her.
Okay.
Have to. Against the Storm. 4 threes, 14 points,
Whoa.
2 assists.
4 threes.
4 threes.
Wow.
Wow.
Okay. There you have it. 4 threes. All right. Let's
She'll
see.
get 1 on the bucket. Maybe at the line or something. Maybe a couple 4-point plays.
Who do I like? Let's see, 14, 4, and 3.
It worked for Kate last week. She had the sun on her mind. She went Bree Jones. So
Yeah.
we're talking about Carly Samuelson. I'm like, top of the mind.
Hey,
Gotta go for it.
if it's there, word association, why not?
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, they have Diamond Miller still listed as a player at Maryland. Diamond Miller.
Yeah, fix that, first of all. I think I'm gonna go Ryan Howard.
Okay.
Okay.
14 points. With number 4 rebounds and 2 assists.
Okay. I had Diamond Miller on my mind. This is actually pretty close to her current averages. So, 14 points, 4 boards. Wait, what were the numbers again?
That's what I'm saying.
14,
4
4,
and 2.
14, 4, and 2. Okay. 14 points, 4 boards, 2 assists
Yeah,
for Diamond
That's
Miller.
what I'm saying.
Tonight against.
ESPN, fix Diamond Miller's profile.
This is really throwing me off. Who did the Lynx play?
The Lynx.
And when did they play?
The Lynx play the Mystics tomorrow.
Yes.
7 p.m.
Give me that. Give me that. Diamond Miller, 14, 4, 2, tomorrow night against the Lynx. Against the Mystics.
There we go.
All right.
I like
I'm
our crew.
getting back on the board.
I like our crew this week, guys.
This is a really solid showing from Roll the Dice. 14, 4, and 2, those are the numbers. Diamond Miller, 14, 4, and 2. Rin Howard, 14, 4, and 2. And Damon always has to throw some weird stuff in there. 14 points, 4 threes, and 2 dimes for Carly Lou Samuelson.
It's hoop brain.
Yeah, I just want to be a little creative, guys.
Stats.
I
out.
told you.
This is the advanced. You're really fitting the stereotype of the guy wearing glasses. I will say that much. We definitely
Next week, I'm coming in with contacts, and
Dumbest guy ever.
dumbest guy of all time.
I'm just full ball don't stop, hoopers only.
Yep. Yep.
Enrique's going crazy. Sabrina's going crazy.
Who has the best highert tape?
Yeah.
That's what we're
You
wanting.
sound like that.
Zaya Cook, let's go.
That's how I sound in his mind. The Hoopers are going crazy this weekend.
Great.
The hockey guy.
Popping a chain. Come on.
Enrique. All right. Great segment, you guys. Let's get into our walk-off picks and send everybody off into the weekend. So as I mentioned, another L for me last week. San Diego State did not win the Salt Lake City Super Regional. They could have, but they did not. They decided they didn't want to go to the World Series.
Why would they want to?
So, as much as I want to pick one of these lovely softball
You won't go Tennessee.
lines, I will
You
not.
won't do it.
I want to so bad, but I will not. And honestly, I kind of minus 225 is not even bad for Oklahoma for a game. But I'm not going to even touch it. I'm not even going to touch
I'm scared.
that far of a negative sign. I'm going back to hoops. Give me the Storm winning their first game of the season tomorrow night against the Sparks. Give me Jewel Lloyd out-dueling Carly Samuelson tomorrow night. League's leading scorer plays for a team that's 0-for. Get Seattle a win. I don't think the Sparks are that. I don't think the Sparks are that good. I need to be burped. Storm are gonna pick up a win tomorrow night.
Cool.
Okay.
You alright?
I think I'm alright. That's some gas.
Do you want me to? Do you want me to?
I think I should go before you, kid.
Ooh,
So
misogynist.
happy
During
Pride
Pride.
Month. Happy Pride Month. I like EDD over 20.5 tonight against the Wings.
Yeah.
Go
yeah.
Mystics. We also have Shakira Austin going for over 13.5.
Everybody's eating on
So
Mystics.
Mystics gonna eat
Everybody's
tonight.
eating.
Everyone's feasting. We're just a good vibes pod.
I kind of want to hit.
Hey.
I kind of want to hit that over now. The over is tempting now, but
What was the over?
What can we throw in the
wait a minute. 166.5. That's not even that
Ooh.
high.
Because we'd have to switch out the spread.
Yeah. Okay.
We'll leave
Leave the parlay as it is. Leave the parlay as it is. But
But take a look.
a little bonus bet. That's a nice low line for a couple high scoring teams.
Alright, Kate.
Kate, what you got?
Pride Month.
Kate, you had a win and a loss last week. You had BC defeated Syracuse. Called that one over a week in advance. And then I don't remember what your other pick was, but it lost.
Cool. Sick. I think it was the Sun.
I think you
It
were the
was-
Sun beating Liberty. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That didn't happen.
Tough scene.
Anyways,
It's it.
I got Sloot's revenge game tonight.
Ooh.
Okay.
I'm taking the Liberty over the Sky in Chicago
Okay.
tonight. We don't gotta wait an extra week
Solid.
to know. We're gonna find out tonight.
Solid pick.
Yeah. I love my walk-off picks being the day we film, so I
Yeah.
don't have to wait.
Yeah, exactly. And then I forget about them too, so I don't even remember how the records change. These are some nice immediate results that we're
Yeah.
gonna get within the next 2
Especially
days.
Liberty over Sky.
Liberty over Sky. You know what?
I'm tired of being last.
You need to see when if
I saw a win last week.
if I lose and you win, then we're gonna be tied, and that's gonna be scary hours for me.
Oh,
I'm a loser.
no.
I lose. My team, the teams that I like, just lose.
Oh no.
That being
Max.
said, tail all of our gambling picks,
Taylor gambling addiction.
big time. Everybody,
Yeah.
check
Have fun.
social media for our apology after this video.
Yeah.
I'm really sorry about that again.
During Pride Month.
During Pride Month and everything. Tough scene. Still tune in, still watch, still listen to the episodes, still watch on
We're
YouTube.
pretty cool.
We're cool people. We want to send you into the weekend. Go watch some softball. Go watch some WNBA hoops. Go have a great.
Oh, before we
weekend.
go, I think we really should get in on some drama.
Yeah.
I think we.
Let's
got
start
it.
some
I
drama.
think we should start some drama.
What you got?
I don't have any.
It's coming.
On Twitter, check Twitter.
Yeah. We're gonna stir
I'm
the
gonna
pot.
fight.
We're gonna stir the pot. We've been out on the outside looking in at this
Yeah.
WNBA Twitter drama.
I'm trying to get in on
We
it.
need to participate. If you get a hateful reply from us,
Hey,
it was on
if
purpose.
anyone wants to come in, speak their piece on the pod.
Yeah, true. We will be.
Come
We'll
on.
give you a platform.
We'll be a neutral party.
we will play both sides.
We'll preside over your case. Everybody, go have a great weekend. Go start some drama. Go watch some softball and some hoops. We'll see you next week. See ya.